In the ever-dynamic world of European football, the intersection of club performance in prestigious tournaments like the UEFA Champions League and domestic competitions such as the FA Cup can have profound implications for teams and their aspirations. As the FA Cup results unfold, they not only shape the immediate landscape of English football but also influence European qualification scenarios for the following season. This year's FA Cup is especially pivotal as it could determine which clubs secure coveted spots in the Champions League and the UEFA Europa League. With various Premier League teams competing fiercely for top positions, the outcomes of these matches will ripple through the league standings. According to analysts, the significance of the FA Cup cannot be understated as it serves as an alternate pathway for clubs to reach European competitions. Pundits have raised questions about the potential ramifications for clubs like Newcastle United, who are currently vying for a Champions League spot. If they perform well in the FA Cup, it could bolster their chances for European qualification regardless of their league position. Do Newcastle need Champions League to keep their star player Alexander Isak? The implications of FA Cup success could very well aid in retaining key talent, noted one analyst, emphasizing the interconnectedness of domestic and European ambitions. On the Champions League front, excitement is palpable as clubs gear up for the semi-finals. Inter Milan has made headlines by eliminating Bayern Munich with a nail-biting aggregate score of 4-3, showcasing the unpredictability and drama that the tournament promises. This victory not only advances Inter's quest for European glory but also highlights the competitive nature of this year's tournament, where even historically dominant teams like Bayern are susceptible to upsets. In a related vein, Bastian Schweinsteiger, a two-time Champions League winner, recently shared insights during a trophy tour in Vietnam. He reflected on the importance of global fan engagement, stating it's not just the supporters in the stadium. There's no rule that says fans can't exist because of their distance from the stadium. His sentiments underscore the growing influence of international fan bases on club dynamics and marketing strategies. The Champions League format has also evolved, with Schweinsteiger praising the inclusion of smaller teams in the competition. He remarked, "It's huge for smaller teams to face big clubs. This shift not only enriches the tournament's narrative but also levels the playing field, allowing underdogs to shine on the European stage." However, as the fixtures pile up, concerns regarding player fatigue and health have been raised. Current players and managers are wary of the congested schedules that come with participating in multiple competitions. Schweinsteiger weighed in on this issue, stressing the need for player welfare and the importance of managing workloads thoughtfully. Looking ahead, the outcomes of the FA Cup and Champions League will undoubtedly shape the narrative of European football in the coming months. Clubs must navigate these challenges while balancing the pressures of domestic and international expectations. As teams prepare for decisive matches, the stakes have never been higher and all eyes will be on the pitch as dreams of glory collide with the harsh realities of competition. The evolving landscape of football continues to captivate fans and analysts alike, illustrating that in this beautiful game every match is a potential turning point. As clubs strive for success, the interplay between domestic triumphs and European aspirations will remain a central theme, promising an exhilarating conclusion to the season. In a thrilling day of Premier League action, Newcastle United and Chelsea both secured crucial victories that could significantly impact their ambitions for Champions League qualification. Meanwhile, Ipswich Town's fate was sealed as they became the third team relegated from the Premier League this season, joining Southampton and Leicester City in the second tier. Newcastle's match against Ipswich at St James Park was particularly noteworthy as it marked the return of manager Eddie Howe, who had been sidelined due to pneumonia. The Magpies delivered a commanding performance, winning 3-0, which propelled them into third place in the league standings. Alexander Isak, a standout player for Newcastle, celebrated his pivotal role with a goal, contributing to a match that not only bolstered Newcastle's position but also confirmed Ipswich's relegation back to the Championship. The defeat for Ipswich is especially disheartening as it continues a trend where all three promoted clubs have been unable to maintain their top-flight status for consecutive seasons. Chelsea also enjoyed a successful outing, narrowly defeating Everton 1-0 thanks to a first-half goal from Nicholas Jackson. This victory lifted Chelsea into fifth place, just 2 points behind Newcastle and 1 behind Manchester City, intensifying the race for the coveted Champions League spots. The stakes are high as the league enters its final stretch and the competition remains fierce, with only 5 points separating Newcastle from 7th place Aston Villa, which did not play on Saturday as they faced Crystal Palace in the FA Cup semi-finals. On a day filled with drama, other matches also captured attention. Leicester City's Jamie Vardy, who announced his departure at the end of the season, had a penalty saved during a disappointing 3-0 loss against Wolverhampton. Matheus Cunha, who has been linked with a potential move to Manchester United, shone for Wolves, scoring a goal and providing 2 assists. Southampton's struggles continued as they suffered a last-minute defeat at home to Fulham, leaving them stranded on a mere 11 points, tying the record for the lowest points total in a single Premier League season, first set by Derby County in 2007-2008. Brighton managed to secure a dramatic 3-2 victory over West Ham, with goals coming in the closing moments, further extending West Ham's winless streak to 7 matches under the recently appointed manager Graham Potter. As the Premier League season nears its climax, the pressure mounts on both teams fighting for European spots and those battling relegation. With several matches left to play, every point becomes crucial, setting the stage for an exhilarating finale that could reshape the landscape of English football for the upcoming season. Fans and pundits alike will be watching closely as the drama unfolds, eager to see which teams will secure their place in next season's Champions League and which will face the disappointment of relegation. In the ever-evolving landscape of European football, transfer news often generates significant buzz, and the latest developments surrounding Parma's young striker Antoine Bonni are no exception. The 21-year-old has been making waves in Serie A not only for his on-field performances but also for his potential to become one of the most sought-after talents in the transfer market. Recently, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano reported that Bonni has piqued the interest of several Serie A clubs, joining Nottingham Forest in the race for his signature. Bonni's impressive debut season in Italy's top flight has seen him net 6 goals and provide 3 assists in 32 appearances, marking him as a valuable asset for Parma. His contributions have been pivotal in helping the Ducali secure a recent 1-0 victory over Juventus, which lifted them to 15th place in the Serie A, standing 6 points above the relegation zone. With his contract at the Stadio Tardini running until June 2027, Parma will be in a strong negotiating position should any club decide to make a formal offer. Nottingham Forest, who previously expressed interest in acquiring Bonni during the January transfer window, will now face stiff competition from Italian rivals. Serie A clubs are reportedly preparing to make their moves, which adds an intriguing layer to the upcoming summer transfer window. The heightened interest in Bonni reflects a broader trend in football where young talents are increasingly prioritized over seasoned players as clubs look to build sustainable squads that can compete at the highest levels. As Bonni's profile continues to rise, so too does the excitement around him. Analysts suggest that if he maintains his current trajectory, he could emerge as one of Serie A's standout players next season. This prospect not only benefits Bonni and his career but also speaks volumes about Parma's ability to nurture young talent in a competitive environment. Meanwhile, Lazio is set to host Parma in an upcoming Serie A clash, which could further influence the young striker's future. Lazio, currently positioned 6th in the league, has been experiencing a surge in form, collecting 7 out of 9 possible points from their last 3 fixtures. Marco Baroni's side, on the other hand, has found a resurgence under new management, recently pulling off a surprise win against Juventus. With both teams keen to secure valuable points, the match promises to be an electrifying encounter. As the football world looks ahead to the summer transfer window and the final matches of the current season, the future of players like Bonni will be closely watched. The dynamics of Serie A are shifting, and with clubs like Nottingham Forest and several Serie A teams eager to strengthen their squads, Bonni's next steps could significantly impact not only his career but the broader landscape of Italian football. Fans and analysts alike will be keen to see how this story unfolds in the coming weeks.